Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither any of these blokes. This is Abe Froman. Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago, 1AR clanmate, an absolute gentleman, running around in the KV220-2. More about this tank in the second replay, because today's replays, it's a 2-up Tuesday. That's right, 2 ace tanker replays in one video. This one's going to be a pretty fast and furious battle. Abe Froman platooned up with his old mate Honest John in the KV1, and Icarus, also from 1AR clan, in the T34S. T34S is another tank which I got as part of, I think it was a mini marathon kind of thing, the Tier 5 premium Russian medium tank. But this is a premium Tier 5 Russian heavy tank, and Abe Froman wasting no time. He's worked out that not much is happening on the middle. You can see he was heading for the middle of mines at the start of this game. Worked out that not much was happening here, so, well, where are you going, a heavy tank? Come with me, says Honest John. We'll go around this corner, find out who's around this corner on the eastern flank of mines, and blow them to kingdom come. Honest John in the KV1 shooting there towards the AMX-40. Looks like he didn't quite land that shot. Abe Froman, though, in the KV220 is ready to rock and roll. He's going around the corner. The little duck tank is going to be in a bit of trouble. The duck tank, the AMX-40 Tier 4 French light tank. Shoots Abe Froman, but his tracks eke the shot. Abe Froman puts one in the AMX-40. The second shot doesn't go through. Somebody from behind shoots him. The M8A1 tank destroyer shoots him in the back, but of course with no team damage on anymore. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, a little bit of, I'll go first. No, you go. After you, please. I'll go. Anyway, Abe Froman gets around the corner just in front of Honest John, coming down towards the Valentine. Doesn't even aim. I thought this thing was Russian. There weren't Russian tanks. Russian guns inaccurate. Who knows? Doesn't slow down though. She knows there's going to be something back here. He needs to get as close to whatever's up here in the south as quick as he can before he gets sniped out from whatever remaining camping tank destroyers there might be back there, down there, such as that T67. You see lots of T67 specialists at Tier 5. Honest John picked up 3 kills. Abe's got 1. He's on 527 hit points of damage, 240 damage blocked, 229 assisted damage. He has lost some health. He's down to 357 hit points, but that won't worry him as he looks there towards the DW2 at Tier 4. Of course, he's on the Aussie server. Bots do make up the numbers at lower tiers, up to Tier 5, and you can tell that by the little marks next to the names, the little icons and the colons either end of their in-game name. A T67 specialist, his in-game name's Hacker. That's gold. Gets the kill on Honest John, but Abe Froman says, don't worry, Johnny. I'll avenge your death. Continues to roll towards the camping tank destroyers. Well, they're not all tank destroyers, but some of them might identify as tank destroyers. There's an M3 Lee back there. There's also the T67. And there's a lot that camps down there at sort of K4. He finds the artillery piece. It's the French AMX-13AM, the Tier 5 French artillery. Shoots him once, shoots him twice for the kill. That's his 3rd kill in this game. 8-4 is the score. Rolling around, looking forward, looking to the M3 Lee. M3 Lee shoots and bounces Abe Froman. Abe Froman shoots him once. I reckon he'll... I didn't beat him on the reload, but who cares? Shoots him. Gets shot again from behind. Gee, I guess he's pretty glad that there's no team damage in that. That was the M5 Stewart. But it brings his damage up to 1,155 hit points. 680 damage blocked, 339 assisted damage. Look at that heat haze coming off the dead tanks as he rolls towards the last remaining camping tanks. Finds the toaster tank, the PZ SFL IVC. Shoots him once, takes him down to 231. Shoots him again for the kill, and that's kill number 5 for me old mate Abe Froman. All of a sudden, a top gun is up for grabs. The score's 10-6, 11-6. The tanks are dropping like flies. And look at all these medium tanks back here on the red line. What the hell is happening there? They're not bots, they're real players. What do you... I thought the Aussie server had the more dynamic game. Who knows? 12-7 the score now, shooting the back of the... That's a Sentinel. Ram kills for the top gun. Blocks another T67 specialist. That's that same guy. That same guy with the cool in-game name. Over there on the western flank of this map. He's down to 80 hit points. He's trying to be safe from Abe's gun, but, well, he's not. 7 kills to Abe Froman. 1 tank remaining. It's the Panzer 3J. All of a sudden, there's a Radley Walters up for grabs, and the Panzer 3J... I'm not going to say he's been camping on the red line for the whole game, but who knows? Abe going for another ram kill. He gets it for the 8th kill. That confirms the win, and I reckon that might be... do they do Radley Walters's at Tier 5? Radley Walters's? Well, one Radley Walters, two Radley Walterses. I think that's how it works. Let's have a look. Of course, it was a Radley Walters. Not just a Radley Walters, but an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. What an absolute legend. An Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser Medal, Duelist, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, 6 bonds for that, because you got the Radley Walters for the 8 kills. You also got the cool header for surviving at least 10 ricochet and non-penetrating shots in a row from enemy players. It has got pretty good armor, especially when it's top tier, the KV220-2. The Steel Ball for receiving the most hits, at least 11 out of any player on his team, with a potential damage of at least 1,000 hit points, and survive. High caliber for doing more damage than anybody else. Of course he did that one. And of course, you still get the top gun for the 6 kills, even though you've got the Radley Walters now for the 8. 1,570 base experience. That's the base score. That's not the daily double or the premium account multiplier. That's his base score. 1,570 base experience. 8 kills, 2,271 hit points of damage. More than double what anybody else did on the team. And of course, the bloke who comes second was his old mate, Honest John, from 1AR Clan. One of the nicest blokes in the universe. 24 shots fired. They all hit. I thought Russian tanks. Anyway, they all hit. Every single shot hit, and only 3 shots failed to pen. 21 shots penetrated, 1,400 damage blocked by armor, 515 assisted damage, and he made 18,500 credits. That's after tax with a premium account. Now, I didn't notice if he fired much premium ammunition. I don't think he did. But that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's move on to our second game. This second game is not going to be quite as fast and furious. And I'll go through a little bit about the tank in this one. This is Wasaabi, the old mate Wasaabi, also from 1AR Clan, an absolute gentleman as well. He's playing on the Aussie server, and again, you can see there are bots on each team. Tell me about the gun, Stewie. It's a 76mm gun. Not the biggest gun in the game by any stretch of the imagination. 110 alpha damage, 99 penetration. That's with standard rounds. 121 penetration with APCR, which is premium on this bad boy. Now, this tank, I got this. It looks a lot like a KV1. In fact, it looks very, very similar to a KV1. There was about 3 different variants of the K220-2. There was a K220-T, which I think was for testers, and then there was one for alpha testers, or maybe that was the T. I got one which was called the KV220-. It wasn't 2, it was something else. It was part of one of when I first started playing the game. This was a long time ago. When I first started playing, it was part of one of those mini marathon type things where you could get a premium tank at the end of it, which is what I did. This is one of the. I'm not going to say it was one of the first premium tanks I got, but it was one of the first premium tanks that I got for free when I started playing World of Tanks. At least I think. Maybe I should write these things down. Who knows? Anyway, the KV220-2 is a Tier 5 premium Russian heavy tank. Every now and then you can buy it in the shop, but years ago you could only earn it. You could only earn it by either through giveaways or the marathons, and if you were an alpha tester, I think you got one for free as well. I was not an alpha tester, an alpha or a beta tester, I think. Whatever they, or maybe a super tester. I don't know. There are testers that test. There are testers that test the testers. Anyway, Wasaabi in the KV220-2 is found a Type 95. Now, this Type 95, it's not a real player. It's a bot. It's a bot that makes up the numbers on the Aussie server, and they are a pleasure to shoot against. They really are at low tiers because they often miss their shots, and I don't know where that one went. This is the Churchill one rolling up, ready to rock and roll. That is a real player. Now, I mentioned bots on the Aussie server and also on the Latin American server. There are bots up to Tier 5 which make up the numbers, which we've already been through. We've been through a few times. Maybe I should stop rabbiting on about that. Anyway, Wasaabi from 1AR Clan, absolute gentleman. Does a lot of work for the community. He just picked up a mission. He needs to. Oh no, he hasn't. He's on 1,000 damage, but he needs to get this mission. He needs to participate in the sexual. He needs to win the game, and he needs to cap it out. Without giving too much away, I don't think he's going to get this mission in this one. 3-4 is the score. 1,059 hit points of damage done so far. Wasaabi from 1AR Clan in the KV220-2. The M5 Stewart just got taken out. That's another real player on the enemy team because he's blind firing there. You just saw that tower fall down there, just in front of those palm trees. Are they palm trees? Oh, they must be palm trees. It looks like it anyway. They looks like they fell down, and so he put a couple of blind shots into where possibly a camping TD might be, or something must be up there. Anyway, there's the Churchill. The Churchill on 382 hit points. Again, I don't know where that. Maybe he's got a force field around his tank. I'm not sure. I don't know where that shot went, but Wasaabi is looking towards that Churchill, thinking, what the hell just happened there? Artillery just took him, and who says you can't flank in a heavy tank? This is what he's going to do. Get behind the Churchill, shoot him in the rear, and make him, what? I don't know. RNG shoots him once, doesn't go through. The second shot, did the second shot go through? It must have. The third shot didn't go through. What's going on here? What's the Churchill one made of? Unpenetranium. Looking for a shot on the turret. He's down to 62 hit points. He hasn't dabbed the 2 key, but finally gets the kill shot, and that evens the scoreboard up at 6-6. 2 kills to Wasaabi. Wasaabi from 1AR clan in the KV220-2. Tier 5 preferential matchmaking, I might add. Premium Russian heavy tank. Preferential matchmaking, what's that? It means you'll only, the worst situation you'll be in is you'll see some tier 6s on the enemy team. You'll never see a tier 7, which is good. Which is good. It doesn't happen as often as it used to, but when 357 matchmaking was a thing, that used to be a real pain in the ass in some of the tanks. You see tanks two tiers higher. Any tank with preferential matchmaking will either see 1 tier higher at worst, or some of them will only see their own tier. There's a couple of tanks, like the Valentine 2, that will only see their own tier at I think it's tier 4, as well as the B2, the German heavy tank, that filthy one that people love to drive around in. Always top tier. Imagine that, top tier in every single game. Anyway, the score's 7-7. Wasaabi showing great patience here. He's in the middle of the map. They've got pretty good map control. Looking at the map, they're not looking too bad. The south is a bit concerning though. There's a Type 95 holding up about 4 enemy tanks. Now the Type 95 is not a real player. And you can see him, that's him just there. He looks like he's getting absolutely owned. In fact, now he's dead. So now the south is lost. There's the A20 at tier 7. So he's going to be thinking, well, I've got to kill this guy. I've got to help the PZ38NA. His name's Big Pants, for crying out loud. If he's got big pants, and he must have big legs. Who knows? Anyway, Big Pants gets the kill on the A220. And Wasaabi clearly had a lot of faith in that bloke, and he's going to... Well, the A20 wasn't even a real player. It was a bot anyway, so that's probably why. 8-8 is the score. It's getting into one of those sort of tense moments of the game. Wasaabi looking towards the M4A1. That's the M4 Sherman. It used to just be called the M4 Sherman, but a patch or two ago they tried to trick me, and they changed the name just to see if I was paying attention. Big Pants gets another kill. Kills that Sherman. Well, the M4A1, whatever you want to call it now. It's along the derp option. That's a pretty... cool tank. There goes the tower. I hope he's got insurance. He's just knocked that big tower over. Rolling around here to the back to the north. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy tanks are in the south. 4 enemy tanks are in the south, and not much is up here. Wasaabi, is he going to go for an arty run? He's going to go looking for artillery, or leave that for the looks? So the looks isn't a real player. Not sure the looks will maybe have... Well, it looks like the looks is looking for the artillery piece, which is the M41 HMC, who can derp anybody, I think, at this tier. The Su-85 looks like he's considering going for the cap. The Su-85, that's tier 5 Russian tank destroyer. 9-9 the score. 1,375 hit points of damage done. 770 damage block, 216 assisted damage. And he finds an M8A1 over there near the Su-85, and he's thinking, oh, maybe I want to kill this guy. That's probably... What's the name of the game? 9-1 is the score. The M8A1 is not a real player. It's another bot. Shoots him once. The first shot went through the buildings to get rid of the cover. He's going to do the same again. The M8A1 shoots him possibly with HE or something with HE. Shot him. It was, which reset the cap. And now Wasaabi's back on the cap. Remember, he's on a mission. He's on a mission to cap this bad boy and win the game. He's already got the 2 kills. He's already got the 1,000 damage for the other parts of the mission. 10-11 is now the score. Needs to get rid of this artillery piece. Something to shoot the artillery piece. Artillery piece shoots Wasaabi. Wasaabi shoots the M41 HMC and kills him. And now, what's he going to do? What's left on the enemy team? There's a KV1. Here comes the KV1. Heinrich Jaeger. Now, I don't know this guy, but he sounds like he means business. The KV1's coming back to not only reset the cap, but stop Wasaabi from completing his mission. And he's trying to get undercover with these buildings, but he's knocking a few of them down. The KV1 kills the Su-85. Wasaabi shoots towards the KV1. He's dabbed the 2 key now. He's got the APCR rounds loaded because the KV1 can be a little bit of a prick to penetrate. The other 2 tanks, the B1 is a bot. The B1 could be anywhere. I think it is in this general vicinity. And the Sav M3, I don't know what a Sav M3 is, but it looks like it's a tier 4. It must be Swedish with a name like that. 11-12 is the score, keeping the buildings between him and the KV1 on 408 hit points. Wasaabi on 233 hit points. The B1 is coming back into the game. Wasaabi staying on cap. He doesn't want... You'd think that the KV1 would just drive through You'd think the KV1 would just drive through this building. Now the KV1 is angling pretty well. Wasaabi does get a penetrating shot through the front of the Tier 5 Russian heavy tank. Wasaabi down to 212 hit points. The KV1 on 291. You'd think if the KV1 had rolled into him, he'd win it. Wasaabi shoots him and gets him. The KV1's firing HE now for 43 hit points. Wasaabi down to 169 health. 2,036 damage done. 770 damage blocked by armor. Now, an enemy tank is capping. That's the Sav M3. It has to be because the B1 is there playing around with the looks. Bot versus bot in the middle of the map. Wasaabi keeping the KV tracked. If he can keep the KV tracked all day long or keep him from resetting him, he'll cap out. No, he's just rolled off the cap circle by the looks of it. He's like, hang on, what just happened? What just happened here? He had to roll off the cap circle. But I don't know. I'd be tempted just to brawl with the KV1. Now that the KV1 is firing HE and quite likely more on HE on Friday, but quite likely not doing as much damage to Wasaabi as Wasaabi's doing to him. He should be able to just brawl with him and win the fight as long as he pens his shots. He's angling, but all the KV1 has to do now is keep him there because it's just Wasaabi versus 3 tanks now. And I think, unfortunately, this is going to be a little too late. Unless the Sav M3 gets greedy and decides to come after Wasaabi. Wasaabi shoots the KV1, takes him down to a one-shot. Now, Wasaabi's got the health here. 109 hit points up his sleeve. 2,139 damage done. He gets derped by the KV1 with an HE shot. And that, unfortunately, that ends the game. Look, what could he have done better? I don't know. What could he have done? He possibly could have rolled into the KV1. And he could have rolled into the KV1 and taken him apart that way. But I still wouldn't have stopped the cap, I don't think. It's not the fastest tank in the game. Don't forget to check out Wasaabi on... what's the word? YouTube. Links down below. Hell of a nice guy. And a good laugh as well. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect. He got 26 bonds for that premium mission for the kills. Cool-headed, high caliber. Unfortunately, he didn't win the game, but he got 2,137 damage, 5 kills, 882 base experience. He top scored comfortably. Fired 46 shots, 36 hit, 22 penned, 2,137 damage, 770 damage blocked by armor, 216 assisted damage, and he even made credits. He had a booster running by the looks of it, and or he got some kind of achievement, whatever that, some kind of mission or something like that. 27,500 credits after tax with a premium account. Even though it wasn't a win, not a bad game. Wasaabi. Don't forget to check him out on YouTube. Link down below, and massive thanks for the replays. Wasaabi and Abe Froman, both from 1AR Clan. Thanks for the replays, lads. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.